question though. Does Jim Jones go by himself?
On the shoulder, porn, extended all over. Be in there.
By the way,
I'm like, that's a different type of sound. I gotta get in the brunch. Is you crazy?
I got invited to the brunch. I never actually went. Just tell us, just describe to us, for people who've never been to the brunch, how this is.
I can't lie. The brunch has been one of the illest events that I've been to while I've been.
Spade fountain.
It's definitely might as well. They run around with big Ace of Spades on their shoulder, pouring Ace of Spades all over the place. There's rich people all over the place. There's actors all over the place. I'm talking about X-Men actors, Spider-Man, all type of people and shit like that.
Here's $1 million question though. Does Jim Jones go by himself? Do you bring who you go to the brunch with?
I bring a few people.
Do you get plus ones?
Yeah, I bring me, Ellie, Shula. I really like 5 people one time. Like
you got a plus 5? Let's make it
I might be plus 0 next time. I might be minus you and minus 0 next time.
I went to Virgil party, the Louis Vuitton party. It was just me and my wife. I was like, I'm out of line. I was like, all this shit I be talking on the podcast, I'm wild. Just me and my wife. But you came with a plus 5. Holy shit, to the brunch. And not with no lady.
We didn't do it like bold and bad. It was like Secret Service style. Like, yo, I got the chip home. Go over that way. I'll meet you inside. Synchronized watches. You heard? Like,
you're Rocnation, right?
Yeah, I mean, yes, I'm Rocnation. I don't know if I'm still on the roster, but yes, the last time I checked, I was Rocnation. But shout out to Rocnation, man. There's a great bunch of people over there. They have opened up a lot of doors for me through me settling our differences and things like that, which is one of the biggest opportunities that I got from being over there and things like that. For me, it wasn't really about money. I know I had put myself in a corner coming up in this game for a lot of things that I've done and things like that, and me being able to do that move was one of the smarter moves that I was able to do, because it started to open up a lot of the doors that was closed for me and started to open up different business that I could do with different people, because they see that I was in a different space to be able to sit down and do that with Hove and all that. Shouts to Hove and shit like that. Shouts to OG for giving me the opportunity to understand the type of person I am and shit like that. So, I definitely tip my hat to them every time. I got to show ultimate respect for what they did and allowed me to do and shit like that. You know what I mean?
It's something that we had Tony Yayo on, and it's something that I got to credit you for. So, like, y'all guys were so loyal to the brand, so loyal to what y'all was repping. Did that ever come back and haunt you? Because Yayo said, I asked him, he said, it's still haunting me.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, things that I've done back then, it definitely still haunts me to today. I mean, in different type of ways. It's not as bad as they used to do, but we was doing a lot for the sake of the Dipset. Okay. You heard? We did a lot, and we put it all on the line for our brand, and that was the greatest thing that we could ever have did, and I had the ball doing it. And I would do it all again the same way with nothing different if they gave me another chance to do it.
Anything you regret?
I don't have no regrets. I take my lessons from the things that I did that I should have did better. But for the most part, I don't have no regrets. This is a mission in life that God gave me, and I'm gonna do it to the fullest.
Did you ever meet Nas afterwards?
I never got to. I never got to sit down and have a conversation with Nas and things like that. I had called you about it like that. I was like still one of the people that I never got to have a conversation throughout my history of rap and things like that. I think I would love to have a conversation with Nas. I wouldn't know if he knows it, but Nas was one of my all-time favorite rappers coming up and things like that.
I've heard you say that.
Since the barbecue and things like that, like he really put the whole dope boy rap, crack hustler, get fresh rap into perspective before anybody else. Before I heard Jay do it, before I heard anybody else, like he changed the cadence of rap into a whole different steam. Like he's the one that broke the camel's back when it came to artists like, to me, when it came to artists like Big Daddy Kane and all these artists that came right before him. Like after Nas came with that, they started to fade out, and then Jay, Fat Joe, like all of these rappers that are spitting about the life that we was really starting to live right now and how it was changing. Like this is, you know what I mean? So that's how I felt about that whole little situation and shit like that.
Right. So how hard is it, right? You having that love and you saying what you're saying, and then you get a call, they diss. Because I believe it was me, Cam. I was a part of the diss that he dissed. You know that, right? He dissed me, Cam, Nelly, and Angie Martinez. So how hard was that when you did you get a phone call or was it you calling Cam saying?
It wasn't even a thought I even thought about. It was just like,
let's go.
Did Allen Iverson cross Michael Jordan?
Right.
Give him the business when he got on that court. I understood the assignment. As soon as we got signed to the game, I understood that nobody was no longer my idol anymore. They were my rivals, and we had to treat it as that. And that's the way we attacked the game. Like, it was nobody bigger than the set. That's what Cam was serious about and things like that. He as crazy as Cam could be at sometimes, he's a very smart, calculated, premeditated, like, he's a demon when it comes to doing music and it comes to the whole blueprint of what we did. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this whole diplomat thing, he really kept us together and showed us a lot of discipline when it came to it. I mean, as far as the music and keeping our bars up, like, Cam used to make us write music every day and shit like that. Like, because he knew what it took at the time to become an artist, and at that time, bars were more important than anything. You had to be able to rap it. You had to, niggas was freestyling all over the place and shit like that. You might go in the NORE studio and the session might work out. So it was like a lot of different things that he instilled in us early that I still kept with me all the way to this day and shit like that.
All right. So did you ever worry about, like, you making a record against Nas? This is one of the greatest MCs of all time. Are you worried about his response, or that's something you don't even think about?
I wasn't even care about the response. I was care about the action.
Right.
I was worried about the street. What's next? How y'all want to do this? Like that, I would like at the time the rapping and things like that was more of a Cam thing, and I just always had a way of talking. And Cam used to always tell me, "Boy, if you could rap the way you talk and act outside, you gonna get some money."
Right.
And he would do little things like that. That's why you hear me doing all the talking in between and shit like that. You know what I mean? So,
definitely a professional shit talker.
Yeah. So what's your favorite part of the game? Is it making the music?